And welcome to the Walking for Health and Fitness podcast. I am your host, Frank Ring. I'm the author of Walking for Health and Fitness, the easiest way to get in shape and stay in shape, and the creator of Walking Works Quick Start Walking Program. Now, this podcast is your guide to better health, fitness, mindset, and longevity, one simple step at a time. And in today's episode, we're tackling one of the biggest roadblocks people face on their fitness journey, and it's this. How do you stay consistent when life gets messy? Okay, when motivation disappears, when time runs out, or when your energy is completely drained. Now also, I have the latest research on the number of steps you need to take every day to reduce the risk of chronic disease and avoid an early death. Now, I've been there, and today I'm going to show you how to walk through those challenges and come out stronger, clearer, and more grounded on the other side. Now, plus, we're debuting a new, brand new segment, and it's called Step Forward Challenge. It's a weekly prompt or walking task designed to help you apply what you learned in real life. This one's powerful, so be sure to stick around to the end. And if you've ever wondered why walking makes you feel so calm, energized, and focused, well, there's a science behind it. I'll break down the key neurotransmitters released during walking and how they naturally reset your brain and your mood. So, ready to walk through the mess and into momentum? Let's get started. Caution, the information contained in this podcast may cause you to feel better than you have ever felt in your entire life. Symptoms include a broader smile, happier disposition, brighter outlook on life, and a general feeling of bliss. Proceed with wild abandon. Hello, I'm Frank Ring, the author of the Amazon bestseller, Walking for Health and Fitness, the easiest way to get in shape and stay in shape. I discovered the healing power of walking after a severe back injury put me out of work for 4 months and literally left me on my back trying to relieve the pain and heal. Through my books, website, YouTube videos, walking programs, and now this podcast, it's my mission to help others achieve a healthy, balanced lifestyle one step at a time through walking. Join me each episode as I discuss the physical and emotional benefits of walking, along with information about fitness, mindset, nutrition, wellness, and more. So join me each week as I encourage you to walk on. Segment 1, the 3 biggest roadblocks to walking consistency. And let's start by identifying the 3 most common obstacles to walking and staying consistent. Number 1 is time. I don't have the time, right? Doesn't that sound familiar? The truth is, you do. But walking needs to be part of your lifestyle, not just something you squeeze in when it's convenient. Now, there's a well-known story. It's often attributed to Mahatma Gandhi or sometimes Francis de Sales that goes like this, okay? Quote, I have so much to accomplish today that I must meditate for 2 hours instead of 1, end quote. Now, while there's no definitive documentation that Gandhi said this quote, okay, it beautifully reflects his deeply spiritual and disciplined approach to time, focus, and inner clarity. Whether or not the quote is historically verified, the wisdom it carries is undeniable. When life becomes more chaotic, slowing down the mind becomes even more important, not less. And that's where walking becomes such a powerful practice. Walking, especially done consistently and mindfully, offers many of the same neurological and emotional benefits as traditional meditation. It engages the brain in rhythmic motion while giving the mind space to process, release, and recalibrate. Now, when you're walking, without distraction, without urgency, your mind naturally slows, even when your body moves forward. This state allows the brain to shift from stress mode into a more relaxed, solution-oriented state. Now, neurologically, walking boosts a cascade of feel-good brain chemicals. Endorphins acts as natural painkillers and mood enhancers. Serotonin supports mood and stability and calm. Dopamine improves motivation and focus. And GABA, your brain's natural tranquilizer, reduces anxiety and overstimulation. All of these combine to improve cognitive function, mental clarity, and emotional regulation. Personally, I believe walking gives you more time, not because it adds hours to your day, but because it multiplies your ability to focus. After a good walk, I return to my work sharper, calmer, and more decisive. Problems that felt tangled before often unravel when I'm moving. Walking in this way doesn't take time, it gives it back with interest. So when life feels overwhelming, you don't need to speed up. You need to walk. Like Gandhi's approach to doubling his meditation when his schedule got hectic, a 10 or 15-minute walk may be exactly what your mind needs the most to gain control of the day. When you are busy with life, try habit stacking. And that's pairing walking with something else, pairing walking with a phone call, with listening to a podcast, or with running errands, okay? Walk your dog or walk after dinner instead of watching television. Now, a quick win for you is this. Break your walks into 3 sections of 10 minutes. Research shows that you get the same health benefits as one 30-minute session. Number 2, energy. You feel too drained to walk, right? The irony is, walking boosts your energy. It releases oxygen into your muscles and brain. Even a 5-minute walk can shake off that sluggish feeling. Quick win. Start with just 5 minutes. Tell yourself, if I still feel tired after 5 minutes, I can stop. Usually you won't. Athletes, even professional athletes, have said that the toughest part of their workout is just getting started. It's just getting out the door to start doing the activity. So that 5-minute walk is all about getting started and getting out the door. And number 3, motivation. Motivation is not reliable. It's an emotion, and emotions are fleeting. What you need instead is a system. That's where the power of small or quick wins comes in. So do me a favor and drop a comment in and tell me, which one of these 3 do you struggle with most? Time, energy, or motivation? Segment 2, the power of small wins and internal momentum. Now here's something I teach in my Walking Works Quick Start program. Quick fixes don't work, but commitment does. With every step you're making walking a natural, effortless part of your day. Consistency doesn't come from giant goals. It comes from stacking small wins. In the Walking Works logbook, I ask you to record how long you walked, how you felt, what you were grateful for. Why do I ask these? Because daily reflection builds internal momentum. One of the most underrated tools in the Walking Works program is the act of journaling and tracking your progress. On the surface, it may seem like a simple practice, logging your steps, your time, or your mood. But research shows it's one of the most powerful ways to build a lasting habit and maintain motivation. Now, according to Dr. Teresa Ambile from Harvard Business School, in her study on productivity and progress, she found that of all the things that can boost emotion, motivation, and perceptions during the day, the single most important is making progress on meaningful work. So in other words, when you track your progress, you see that you're moving forward. And that visual evidence, even a short walk or small mindset shift, builds momentum. You feel it, you believe in it, and you want to keep going. Now, in the Walking Works accountability log, you're not just recording steps or distance, you're recording wins. You're practicing gratitude, you're reflecting on how you felt before and after your walk. This kind of reflective journaling has been linked to lower stress, greater optimism, and even improved immune function according to studies published in the Psychological Science and Advances in Psychiatric Treatment. Now, when I completed my virtual walk around the United States, one thing made all the difference, and that was tracking my progress. It kept me focused, motivated, and committed, especially on the hard days. The journey took me 16 years, and every mile was logged along the way. Now, I'll put a link in the description so you can read about that and the full story of it, and it's proof that small steps truly do add up. Keeping track is what kept me on track. Okay? There is also a neurochemical benefit. When you document something positive, like completing a walk, you get a small dopamine release, reinforcing the behavior. Over time, this wires your brain to crave the walk, not just tolerate it. I often say walking changes the body, but journaling changes the mind. When you write it down, you turn emotion into meaning, and that's the foundation of lifelong fitness. Harvard's Dr. Teresa Ambile shows that the single most important factor in boosting motivation is making progress on meaningful work. And what's more meaningful than your health and well-being? So here's a quick win for you. Each night, write down one sentence. Quote, "Today I walked because," fill in the blank. It reconnects you with your why. And do you want weekly motivation delivered straight to your inbox? Sign up for my walking newsletter called WIN. That's Walking Inspiration Newsletter. Each issue brings you quick tips, mindset boosts, walking challenges, and tools to help you stay on track every single week. Start your week off with a win. Delivered every Monday morning in your inbox, this quick read, information-packed newsletter will have you walking with pep in your step all day long, all week long. So join for free at walkingforhealthandfitness.com/newsletter and make every step count. Segment 3, a personal story of walking through resistance. Now let me share a personal story. During the last episode of the Walking for Health and Fitness podcast, that would be episode 24, I talked about my battle with prostate cancer. Now, as I was working on the podcast of that, I was also working on my YouTube video for that, and I spent most of the day inside, sitting at my desk, getting that ready, and I was looking forward to a late afternoon walk. So I finished up, got my sneakers on, changed into my shorts, put my pack on with my water bottle, step outside the door, and the clouds looked a little iffy, and I checked my weather app, and it said that it was raining. Raining was starting in a half hour. So I had planned to walk for over an hour. I needed a long walk after the day I had, and I probably would have went much longer. I came back into the house. I kind of was dejected because I had a long walk planned, and I only had a half-hour window. And Peggy said to me, I thought you were going for your walk. I told her about the weather, and I kind of was aggravated. And she said, look, just follow your own advice. Get outside, walk up the hill at the top of the block, come back down, and keep doing that till the rain starts. At least you get out a little bit. And this was a reminder that even that small workout is better than no workout. I was at the top of the block. I came back down, and I did that loop twice before it started raining. So that was a reminder I needed that when life gets busy, when something gets in the way of your fitness, there are small things that you can do. Even that what turned out to be a 20-minute walk before it rained, I did 2 loops. I felt great. So, I talk about walking all the time. I talk about small wins, but sometimes I need the reminder myself. So that's the power of walking, not just as an exercise, but as medicine for the body, yes, and especially for the soul. If you're enjoying this episode, do me a quick favor. Follow the Walking for Health and Fitness podcast so you never miss a step on your journey to better health. Like it? Share it. Send this episode to friends and loved ones who need a little extra motivation today. You never know, the walk you take tomorrow could change everything. Let's walk this road together. Segment 4, your brain on walking. So let's do a quick review here, because even though I speak about brain chemistry and mindset during my walks, I still need a reminder myself. On days when I don't feel like walking, this is the science that gets me out the door. When you walk, your brain gets to work in the best possible way. It releases a cocktail of natural chemicals that support your mood, motivation, and mental clarity. So let's break them down one by one. Okay, so serotonin, it's for mood and emotional stability. Serotonin is often called the feel-good neurotransmitter. It stabilizes your mood, helps with focus, and supports better sleep and digestion. Walking outdoors, especially in the morning light, naturally boosts serotonin levels. It's one of the reasons we feel clearer, lighter, and more emotionally balanced even after a short walk. And yes, lower levels of serotonin have been directly linked to anxiety and depression, so walking can be truly therapeutic. Dopamine, and that's for motivation and reward. Dopamine is your brain's goal chemical. It's what gives you a sense of satisfaction after checking something off your list or finishing a walk, okay? It reinforces behavior through reward, which is why tracking your walk or logging your daily wins increases your desire to repeat it. I find that when I get stuck in procrastination mode, a walk is often the best reset I need to restart my motivation loop. Endorphins, they're for energy and pain relief. Endorphins are your body's natural painkillers. They're released during exercise and help you feel energized, less achy, and more upbeat. This is the famous runner's high that you hear about. But the good news, you don't need to run to fuel it. A brisk walk, especially one with some good music or a podcast, can produce the same results. It's part of why I always say you never regret a walk. And GABA. GABA is for calm and relaxation, and GABA stands for GABA aminobutyric acid. It's like a volume dial for your nervous system. How's that? It calms brain activity, helps you feel less anxious and more at ease. GABA is the same neurotransmitter targeted by many anti-anxiety medications, but walking gives you a natural boost. On stressful days, I rely on walking like I would a prescription, if I took a prescription for it. It's my moving meditation. And lastly, the fifth neurotransmitter that I promote is oxytocin, and it's for connection and trust. Oxytocin is sometimes called the love hormone. Okay, it's released during bonding activities like walking with a partner, a friend, or even your dog. It's also elevated by touch, eye contact, and social connection. Oxytocin increases feelings of trust, belonging, and emotional safety. That's why walking with someone doesn't just improve your health, it deepens your relationships. So this is your reminder and mine. Walking is more than exercise. It's a natural chemical upgrade for your brain. Every step changes your biology. Every mile resets your mindset. When you walk, your body gets stronger, your brain gets better. Now, scientific research from Natural Mental Health, it's from 2023, shows that even moderate walking reduces symptoms of anxiety and depression, and it boosts cognitive function. Walking literally changes your brain chemistry. So when life gets messy, don't wait for motivation. Start walking, the feeling will follow. Now, I teased this in the beginning. Here's the latest research on the number of steps per day you need to reduce the risk of early death and chronic disease. Now, groundbreaking findings published in the Lancet Public Health, that's July of 2025, reveal that walking just 7,000 steps per day can dramatically reduce the risk of early death and chronic disease. This large-scale data analysis pulled data from 57 studies involved over 160,000 adults worldwide. Compared to walking only 2,000 steps a day, those who walked 7,000 steps saw a 47% lower risk of all-cause mortality, along with significantly reduced risk of cancer, cardiovascular disease, dementia, and depression. The research concluded that while 10,000 steps has long been promoted, 7,000 steps offers a more realistic and equally powerful target for improved long-term health and longevity. Now, 7,000 steps is roughly equivalent to 3.5 miles. On average, it takes about 60 to 70 minutes to walk 7,000 steps, depending on your pace. Now, this is very doable for most people in reasonably good health. Now, many people accumulate steps throughout the day, not just in a single walk, so you might already be halfway there by lunchtime without realizing it. Okay, so aim for that 7,000 steps. It's a nice sweet spot and it's doable. Segment 5, staying accountable and keep walking. Now, if you're ready to stop starting over, okay, stopping with how to get over the excuses of walking, and you want to finally build a walking habit that sticks so you can walk 7,000 steps a day, I want to invite you to join me inside the Walking Works program. Okay, this is my signature 14-day quick start course designed to help you build a consistent walking habit, reduce anxiety and stress, increase your energy and focus, and manage your weight without the overwhelm. You'll get 14 days of expert guidance through daily instructional emails. Okay, you'll get my signature walking blueprint to follow step by step. There's 3 powerful videos on warm-up, technique, and mindset. There's a printable logbook to track your progress and stay accountable. That booklet is 50 pages long. You'll get 10 weeks of follow-up coaching, which is twice weekly emails to keep you on track long after the 14 days and ensures your long-term success. You'll get 4 upbeat music tracks to walk to, and you can pace yourself and enjoy your walks to guitar and piano music. Nice and quiet, there's no words, just let your mind wander. And bonus content to help you keep walking for life. It's simple, it's proven, and it works. Just head over to walkingforhealthandfitness.com/walkingworksprogram. There you can sign up, get instant access, and start walking with clarity and confidence today. And remember, the first step isn't just physical, it's a declaration that you're ready for something better. So join the Walking Works program now, and let's take that powerful first step together. And here's a new segment that I'm going to include every week. It's the weekly walking challenge, your 1 mile reset. Now this week I challenge you to take a 1 mile reset walk. Not for speed, not for steps, but for awareness. This is your chance to practice the Building Awareness Walking Mindset Walk. It's from my Walking Works program, where the focus is on the sensation and rhythm of walking. As you walk, ask yourself, where in my life do I need to keep walking even when it's hard? And let the rhythm of your steps guide you back to clarity. Now, during the walk, focus on how your feet feel as they strike the ground. Tune into your breath. Try the odd number breathing pattern. That's inhaling for 4 steps and exhaling for the next 3 steps. Feel your arms swing, your body moving in harmony, and let distractions come and go, always returning back to the rhythm of your walking pace. When you finish, take a moment to pause and ask, how do I feel right now? What stood out to me during the walk? What next step am I ready to take on or off the walking path? Okay? This walk isn't just a break, it's a reset, a reminder that forward is forward, even if it's just 1 mile at a time. So if it moved you, share your reflection with me. I'd love to hear how your 1 mile reset walk went. Okay, share it in the comment section. And to finish up this episode, we got a few more things here. Remember, you don't need motivation. You need a system. You need a reason. You need to start, even if it's messy. Because walking doesn't require perfection. It just requires presence. Also, aim for 7,000 steps a day. It's easily doable with a little planning. Stay on track by journaling your progress. As Harvard's Dr. Teresa Embile says, the single most important factor in boosting motivation is making progress on meaningful work. And lastly, start your week off with the WIN newsletter. That's a walking inspiration newsletter. It's at walkingforhealthandfitness.com/newsletter. And before I wrap up, one last thing, it's an important reminder inspired by episode 24, how walking saved my life. To the men out there, please get your PSA level checked. It's a simple blood test that could save your life. And ladies, talk to the men you love. A nudge from you could be the reason they catch something early. Okay? Don't wait for symptoms. Don't wait for a scare. Early detection is everything, and I'm living proof of that. If you haven't heard my story yet, go back to episode 24 and listen to that. It could save a life, maybe even yours. So thank you for tuning into the Walking for Health and Fitness podcast. I'm Frank Ring, and no matter what kind of day you've just had, just know you can still get out and take a walk. Until next time, walk on. And if you enjoyed this episode, do me a quick favor, follow the Walking for Health and Fitness podcast so you never miss a step on your journey to better health. If you liked it, share it. Send this episode to friends and loved ones who need a little extra motivation today. You never know, the walk you take tomorrow could change everything. Let's walk this road together. This is Frank. Walk on.